Okay, y'all, so I'm over here in my backyard and it's a mess, man. So we had this pool put in. I don't know if I've showed it. I got to do a lot around it, man. I'm gonna grade it and everything. So y'all see the tree right here? This tree, I'm finna get in the lift and trim this tree up. It's just there's a lot of birds, and I have had 4 dead birds in the pool since we put the pool here 8 weeks ago. So we fixing to get some of these limbs, clean this tree up some real quick. I got the pole saw and I'm at home, so you know, but I'm gonna set you guys up somewhere. Good morning, y'all. So it's Monday morning. It rained last night and we needed it, so I told the guys last night that they probably wouldn't be working today and all that there. But I do got a couple that I can go do, you know, make a couple $100, you know, just to kind of, well, make money and, you know, get ready for the week. So tomorrow we got that big cut over there that we're gonna do, the 9 acres or whatever, the one where the Ferris ran out of fuel last time. We're going to be doing that one tomorrow, and then about 7 lawns as well. So I'm going to pick up the Ferris out of the storage unit and drop the Skag. Yeah. I saw Shane's video yesterday, you know, about, you know, the, you know, all the labor work, you know, and again, I don't blame him, and I don't think that it's a bad move to sell the dump trailer, you know, if you got a plan in place, right? You know, I'm a little bit different, you know, because I already have the trailers. The biggest thing that I see is that Shane don't have storage space, you know, at his house like I got. So that's a pretty big deal, you know. He doesn't have any place to put anything. He can't have 4 or 5 trailers and stuff. And me and Shane have talked about that before. But yeah, a tandem trailer is mandatory. You know, I wouldn't get anything less than 16 feet. But see, my trailer doesn't have to go in my garage every night. I just have to unload it every night. I leave the truck hooked to it, but you know, it's all outside. You know, I'm not backing the trailer up into the garage. And if I did, the trailer would probably last a little bit longer. But you know, from, you know, no rust and stuff. But you know, I just unload the equipment every day and load it up every morning. But you know, I got two trailers, 2 trucks, you know, that we run on the daily just about. So I don't leave no equipment outside, never. And I know a lot of you guys that follow the channel, y'all already know that. I just don't, man. Even if you leave something out that's not valuable, you know, not real valuable. Say I leave like a backpack. Well, say I leave like a I don't know, a hand sprayer, a pump sprayer, you know. Say I leave one of them out. Well, somebody might see it from the road, and they'll walk up there, and then they'll be snooping around all your stuff, you know, while you asleep. And I don't want to entice anybody to walk up onto my property. So yeah. But I'm going over here to do this real easy one first, and then I'm going to go do the monthly. Now, I called the monthly people, and it ain't been quite a month, and you know, they told me that one of their neighbors saw that it was getting tall and cut it. Well, you know, and they didn't have to pay, you know, to get it cut. So I told them, I said, well, y'all told me every month, and I said it hasn't been quite a month yet, and you're on the schedule for today. They said, and so these customers are, you know, kind of cool. They said, well, yeah, come on, Ray, because when they cut it, they didn't do any of the weed eating, they didn't do no spraying, and you know, and biggest thing is they want to make sure I stay cutting it. And since that other cut that their neighbor, whoever didn't cost them nothing, they're gonna spend the same money with me. Because if they don't, then I'm gonna drop them. I'm already, you know, stretched out doing it monthly already. I feel like I'm doing them a solid monthly as it is. So, you know, if he were to tell me, hey, no, it doesn't need it, blah, 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 then I would drop it. They told me to come on and cut it. Because, you know, when your neighbor steps in to cut the grass, you know, that, you know, they're not going to be doing it as good as I do it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do, you know, they're just going to cut it. And, you know, if the customers were trying to put me off, then that's a bad thing. But since they ain't trying to put me off, and the grass is being cut, okay, well, okay. Then that means it's not going to take me as long. It's not going to be as rough on the equipment. And, yeah. I don't know when it was cut. I didn't even ask because I was kind of in shock when they told me somebody cut it. Because they don't, you know. I just feel a certain type of way already about the, come on, squirrel, about the monthly thing, you know. And if they tell me not to come, then I'm gonna really consider dropping them. Another customer, you know, the one that sent me the text messages a few weeks ago about her yard, I don't know if I should take her back or not. I'm leaning toward not doing her property no more, just getting my money. I'm leaning toward that. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm going to meet with her and, you know, see what she's talking about. About planning for your future in your business, right? And how critical it is to kind of know where you're headed, right? You know, I want to know where I'm headed. And so I can plan accordingly, because everything in this game costs money, you know, especially when it comes to equipment and all. Like, you know, if you're first starting out, do you eventually want to hire guys to work with you, to work for you? Do you want to take on big properties, or do you want to just do little properties? Or do you want to do a little bit of both? I like doing them all. I want to have the ability to do them all. A couple of things that I did when I first started that, you know, as I look back on them, I'm like, man, You know, I could have been smarter about this, or I could have done, you know. One of the things that really jumps out at me is me buying my first trailer, and it being a 10-footer, I think, a 6x10. See, that was not a smart move, man. That was not, I mean, you know, it just wasn't. It wasn't a smart move, you know, in hindsight. You know, of course, back then I didn't know, I didn't have a plan, right? I didn't know what I would be doing. I just know I needed a trailer. You know, I was tired of putting my mower up on the back of the truck. So, you know, it's a step process. But one step that I could have eliminated is I could have bought a 14-foot trailer, tandem axle trailer off the muscle, and it wouldn't have cost me that much more money than, you know, maybe, you know, $500 or $600 more. Now, back in those days, $500 or $600 more was a lot, but I could have came up with it, you know, probably, you know, but I was just trying to get by for right then, you know, and that's good if you're not sure exactly, you know, how you're going to scale or how you're going to do it. But see, like now, I have a problem because I still have the 10-foot trailer. That's the one Drew pulls. Good trailer and all, but, and I sold the red trailer. There's a lot of reasons why I sold the red trailer. It was, dude, it was built terrible. It was just a piece of junk. It was not a quality trailer, you know. I'm saying that if I had bought, you know, the trailer with the ability to haul 2 mowers off the muscle, then I would have saved me a lot of, well, I would have saved some money, and I would have been able to grow quicker because I could have took 2 mowers everywhere I went if I had 2 mowers, you know. You have to be thinking like that, you know, in the beginning, you know, because I didn't really know how long I'd be doing this, if it was something that I could do and make a living. I just knew that I needed a trailer to haul my mowers, you know, but now that I think back on it, that's one thing that I could have done to eliminate one step, you know, but in the moment, you have to be able to just to run, right? You have to be able to do the properties, and if your money ain't right, then you know you do probably like what most people do. You know, it's just something to think about if you are planning on getting in this game long term, and you know you're getting in it long term, and you know that you are going to be growing and having a guy work with you in the truck. Now, I never saw past that in the beginning. I had guys working for me. I had guys working for me from the very beginning. I never, ever, only in the very beginning, I did a lot more by myself. But I always had guys that would come out and help me, you know. Maybe they were in between jobs or didn't have a job, and I would say, okay, I'll give you $10 a lawn to come out here and just help me mow lawns. And I would, if we did 5 a day, then that was great. I mean, I can remember that, man. If I did, I always thought, and I don't know why, because I put a cap on my own self. I always thought, as a shoot, if I could make $350, $400 a day, you know, gross that much, then that's great. You know, I can live on that, but I can't live on that no more. I can't. You know, we have to do more than that. Of course, I have days where we do 400, but it's hard to run a business like I have and with the equipment I have and make only $400 a day every day. And I know if you're new in the game, $400 a day, man, shoot, boy, that's great, man. You can live. That's okay money. But for me to get to that 400 a day, you know, when I first started, I would be out here till, you know, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you know, because I didn't have the equipment and I didn't have the expertise that I got now, you know. But, you know, it's all good, man. So, you know, when Shane talking about selling a dump trailer, he's got a plan in mind. And that's, you know, that's sweet, because that's what you have to do, I think, in order to grow and take your business to where you see it being. You know, if you just load up a trailer every day, go out and cut grass, and ain't thinking about tomorrow or the future or where you're trying to go, then you're probably going to find yourself working by yourself, doing all the labor, and not making educated decisions on the kind of equipment you need, and you know, the kind of trailer you need, the kind of truck you need. All these things, you know, play into how much money you can actually make. Of course, you know, you spending money, but you know, spend money to make money. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get on the Ferris here. Probably won't get no footage here, and just cut this one real quick. This one's real easy, and it's a 60. And I don't know. Okay guys, so I got done with that one. The Ferris boy, that Ferris runs good. I believe, y'all, the Ferris has a hydraulic leak on one of the hoses. I'm gonna have to look at that. But man, it cuts so freaking good, y'all. Golly, that damn Ferris ain't no joke, man. I don't even like doing this, man. I mean, this yard don't even need cutting. It needs weed eating and stuff, but it don't really even need cutting. You know. I just don't like doing properties that don't hardly need it, man. You know, if it doesn't need it, I don't want to do it, man. And here I am. Oh man, damn. But yeah, I'm going. They're going to. I mean, his wife told me to come on and do it, man. So I guess the fact that they didn't have to pay the neighbor or whatever, you know. But the neighbor, it looks like it's all half-assed. It ain't nothing like I cut. So I just don't want to start on it and then the husband come out and say, oh, well, it don't really need it, man. You know, because he's a practical kind of guy too, you know. I mean, this thing can wait another 2 weeks, you know. So, I mean, you just can't never count on these customers, man. You know, they said they didn't even know somebody cut it. They just pulled one of their neighbors cut it. Well, they need to tell their neighbor that they got a guy coming once a month. So if the neighbor wants to cut it, let him cut it every 2 weeks. You know. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'll kick back. There he is, y'all. There it is. With a beast. There's the Ferris. A little dirty. A little mud hole over there at that last one. A little dirty, but yeah. Other than that, ready to go. But I think I got a leak. Excuse the wind, y'all. This hose, I don't know if you can see that. See that hose right there? Y'all see it? It's got a leak. Looks like it's at the fitting. Sometimes you can just tighten them down and that'll fix it, but I don't know. It looks like it's kind of got a lot more debris and trash on it than the other ones, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna weed eat real quick, y'all. There ain't much to do over here for sure. Look, grass has been cut. It knocks my flow, man. I just gotta. There's something about doing a yard, y'all, that. Just something about doing a yard that don't need it, man. I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that. You know. See, she hadn't told me to come on, then I would pull up here and I'd see this and I'd be like, man, there ain't no point in even doing nothing. But they definitely did not weed eat, but it's not going to take me nearly as long. Now, yeah, that's a good thing, but I don't like rolling like that, man. I I like to do what I say I'm gonna do, man. You know, on these jobs. And, you know, why should I take a hit, you know, when I've been taking care of the property for, you know, 3 months, and I've done all the critical spraying and ain't charging them really extra for spraying, and I've done all the cutting, and then all of a sudden now a neighbor comes in here when it's easy and just runs over the grass real quick, you know, and takes that from Ray. What the hell, man? And the neighbor just pulls up, says, okay, I'll take care of it because it looks easy. And I done made it where it's easy. It's just about mow time. That's all it is. It's about running the mower, man. So, you know, yeah. I'm gonna do it though, either way. It don't matter. Bushes need doing too. How come the neighbor didn't do the bushes? You know, did the grass, but they didn't do the bushes. All right, man. So it looks like it's fixing to start raining. That's what we want. I want more rain. So me and the customer over there, the monthly, we worked out a deal. I hit a couple of his hedges and cut just a little bit of the yard. So I was there about, I don't know, 35 or 40 minutes. And, you know, for the 130, so. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go in here and sit down, man. I had to do them bushes over there, man. I don't really like doing bushes, man. But, you know, you do what you have to do, man. Rise up to the occasion, man, to get that 130 and be done for the day. Now I'm gonna go in here and probably just sit on the freaking couch, man. Yeah, shit all over me, man. Yeah. All right, y'all.